evening, guys. Like when you got to another one take review. This is my review of One Piece chapter 924. Don't even remember the title. I'm pretty sure the title probably in the thumbnail or either the top. Either way, it's chapter 924. We don't really look at the titles. We look at the number, and it picks up because we had an amazing chapter last week where Kaido just pretty much one shot Luffy, and now everybody just in town like, man, they pretty much like wrecked the time. Like that guy went all out. And he's like, of course he went all out. And then he got took down with one swing, which is so crazy. And so at this point, Luffy's out, and Law's like, I ain't no way I'm finna try to fight it by myself. Let's get the hell out of here. So he tried. You see him about to use shambles and try to get Luffy so they can both escape. But just so happens he gets shot with a nail. And the nail has sea prism stone in it. We all know sea prism stone nullifies like devil fruit ability. What we did know is that sea prism stone originated from Wano. So apparently it got introduced. I don't know how it got out of Wano and got introduced into the world. So maybe it was Odin, maybe it was Roger, something like that. But in my mind, it's kind of like, that's not so. Why would you bring that? Like, why would you mess up everything by bringing in Sea Prism Stone? You know what I'm saying, to do stuff. And Wano's the first place where it's actually manufactured to like be so small and small like those. So that has me wondering because I always thought in Marineford when Ben Beckman put his gun on Kizaru, I thought that's because he might have had like sea prism stones, but some people just like maybe he just got the bullets are embedded with hockey. I thought it was like sea prism stones. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Ben Beckman has a devil fruit, but that's what I thought. So apparently that might not be the case because this is the first time people are ever seeing sea prism stone manufactured to such a small degree. And of course, Hawkins is gonna use them, but I don't know how Hawkins uses them because if Sea Prism Stone touches him, does that mean it stops his devil fruit ability as well? Unless he had it attached to something that he was touching, which was like his sword, you know. So maybe that works. But I thought his sword was like a part of him as well. So I don't really know exactly what's going on with that. Either way, go. Listen, that's not what we came to talk about. All right, all that stuff is cool. Luffy using hockey when he's unconscious, which is I don't even know how that's possible. If we just being honest, it doesn't make any sense. We just once again, if we just being honest, it makes no sense for him to be able to use hockey when he's knocked out. But and Kaido said, yeah, Kaido's like, I don't know if it's his unyielding fighting spirit or something, but this dude like he's still just staring at me. And Luffy's knocked out, and Kaido still feels like Luffy's presence just looking at him. And so Kaido sends his man like, "Hey man, take him to the prison, bro. I'm finna go drink." And then we see that once again, like I said, we see Luffy use Conqueror's Haki. And he's like, "Oh, so he can use Conqueror's Haki just like Kid." And then I was like, "Kid." So apparently, Kid has Conqueror's Haki too. Which I knew we all knew Kid was a special case, bro. Kid is a big player in this thing in one way or another. I think he might be the Shiki to Luffy's Roger. I don't think he's necessarily going to be the Whitebeard to Luffy's Roger. I think that's more or less for Law. But what we also get to see is like, I kind of even says like, we don't need that many conquerors. So in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, why not just kill him? Like it's typical bad guy mistake 101 when you don't kill the person when you have the chance. Like Kaido could have killed Luffy right there, could have killed Kid, but instead, of course, he gonna let them live, and because he feels like y'all they can't touch me, and of course he gonna get defeated in the end. But before he do, they have to have a war, and I knew Kaido. I had a feeling that Luffy was gonna get captured by Kaido. I didn't want Luffy to escape. You know what I'm saying? Go recuperate for 2 weeks. I wanted him to get captured by by Kaido and go see what's going on with Kid. But I also want the fact that Luffy's captured to get out to his Grand Fleet, so then we can have them. Then we can have all of Kaido's people come, and then we have this big ass brawl in Wano. Because Kaido says, I posted this on my Twitter today. Kaido says, "I want to start the greatest war the world's ever seen." I don't think you can start the greatest war with just the people who are there now. I don't think that equivalent. I don't think that is equivalent to the greatest war. That's not even, to me. It's not even bigger than Marineford. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want all Luffy crew members, the Minks. You know what I'm saying? The samurai, all of them. But then Kaido, pretty sure Kaido has a lot of subordinates. He got Hawkins' crew, he got Pooh's crew, he got Drake's crew, all of them. And either way it go, Kaido leaves and he goes to drink, and then we see the prison. Also, we see Tama's not dead. Of course, we knew she wasn't dead. I mean, come on now. If she was dead, we would have known. I don't see how she lived. And Luffy got attacked by Kaido and barely lived. I'm pretty sure Luffy is a lot tougher than Tama and Speed. So I don't know how they lived in the first place. Maybe Kaido wasn't necessarily attacking them. I don't know. They're going to have to explain that to me. And then we see when Kaido says, "Hey, put something in the paper, but make sure you don't put pirate because pirates have no influence in this country." Which makes me wonder, how does Kaido have his position if people, nobody in the Wano know he's a pirate, and if they find out he's a pirate, does that mean they're gonna turn on? Because once again, there we have like this little thing where I kind of feel like, that's the way he can get out of it. That's the way everybody turn on Kaido, which we know they're gonna do regardless. We know the people of Wano gonna turn on Kaido. It's kind of like Dressrosa. And there's a lot of other times we've seen it where people just turn over, like Crocodile, Doflamingo. You know what I'm saying? Where people just turn on the person over them. It's kind of repetitive, but if they do it in a way that's unique from the others, it'll work. But if not, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably be bothered by it. Uh, but yeah, they take Luffy to the prison, and they're like, "Hey, we gonna break his will," which we all know that's not gonna happen because he got the will of D. I had to say it. Uh, and there's somebody they're feeding bones to, like poisonous. They're feeding them poisonous fish, and they say, "Hey, just take out all the bones before you feed them," because apparently they forgot to one time. Well, in this chapter they forgot to take out the bones, and the dude got stabbed in the neck with a fish. And I don't know who that guy is, but I'm pretty sure we'll see pretty soon after Luffy and Kid breaks out. And then we see Luffy and Kid, and they just, both of them just slump. And they both say at the same time, "You'll pay for this, Kaido." Which is kind of messed up because Luffy and Kid together, I don't care if they did like, they used the Patara earrings or did a fusion dance. Them together still can't fuck Kaido, dog. But I had another question though. How did Kaido know Kid can use Conqueror's Haki? Because I'm pretty sure when Kaido landed where Apu, Hawkins, and Kid was at, there was no one there from Kaido's crew. It was just Kaido. And I don't think Kid used Conqueror's Haki on his own crew. I'm pretty sure Hawkins and Apu didn't even fight. I'm pretty sure Kid was just the only person like, "Yo, I'm not finna back down from this nigga," because that's Kid. That's his character. I'm pretty sure he fought Kaido and just got his ass whooped. But when did he get the chance to use Conqueror's Haki? You know what I'm saying? He knows it wouldn't work on Kaido. I don't know. That was a question I had. Maybe he used it back when he got back to Wano. Who knows? Uh, but yeah, and then we also see somebody playing a banjo, something. I don't know. Either way it go, this is the end of the first act of Wano, and I thought it was pretty. The last two chapters was superb. It started off kind of rocking for me. That's why I wasn't reviewing it because it seemed like to have play off a lot of beats that I've seen before, and I honestly wasn't enjoying that. But these last two chapters have really been excited because I'm actually a fan of Kid. I got like a couple Kid figures. Cause I like the character. He's different from Luffy. He's kind of what I like in a character, just especially like not necessarily a protagonist, but just like kind of like this savage dude who does what he wants. You know what I'm saying? Who wants the same? He has the same goals as Luffy, but like he goes about it a different way. You know what I'm saying? I like the way he goes about it, which is, kind of weird because he's a savage and a murderer, but he's a pirate, so yeah, none of them good guys. We just been out. But you guys, let me know what you thought about this chapter down in the comments. Hit me with all those predictions. Let me know what you think. And I'll catch up with you guys later, man. And while you here, before you go, like, subscribe. I was supposed to say that shit before, but if you enjoy what I said, you would have did it anyway. Just saying.